the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And the Houston Rockets starting five. E.J. Tucker is out there with Wood, and it's Wall. Then there's Gordon, and it's Oladipo in at the 2. And for the Hornets, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And it's Hayward, and there's Monk, and it's Graham in at the 1. Now, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Hayward outside with the teardrop. Offensive rebound. Misses in close.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Wall passes to Wood. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Lakers. The pass to Zeller. And here's Hayward. Shot by Zeller, no good.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
To the wing on the left. Here's Washington. And again, the Hornets missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Monk with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Hayward can't hit.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the... Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. It's stolen by Wall. And it's the Rockets on the break. Chalk up 2 there.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
The Hornets have gone a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. Now Monk. Hayward outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They need this. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Now, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light. moment here to check out the stats for Hayward, how he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game last season, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Graham surveying the floor. Passes it to Monk. He kicks it to Graham. Over Wall. A new 14 for Charlotte. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Rockets.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And he makes the first.
Cody Zeller, his level of activity is really contagious. I mean, that's what I love about his game. Excellent hustler on both ends of the floor. And he does a lot of good work just by staying active.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And with Zeller and his activity, you see it on the glass.
Oh, wow. Boy, he's got freakish athleticism, and you can see why he's participated in the slam dunk contest before. This guy can fly.
Back to Monk. Pass to Washington. Three-pointer, Hayward. Here's Zeller, banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Wall dishes to Oladipo. The teardrop falls in. Oladipo's got 6.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now, here's Monk, guarded by Oladipo. Now, here's Monk. No points in the game yet for him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Hornets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And that one falls for Zeller.
And James Borrego, in his second year as head coach, wants an offense that relies on quick decision-making. They are looking to attack defenses early.
And, you know, that kind of offense, Greg, is one that's not easy to put into place. You've got to trust the players, and the players have to trust each other, and the players have to make good decisions. It's a steep learning curve, but I really think it's the ideal way to play once you get it all ironed out.
When you watch the Hornets play, you can expect a very controlled game.
Yeah, you know, they don't push too much and make silly mistakes. Fantastic when it comes to minimizing turnovers, controlling the pace. They've been one of the best teams at keeping turnovers down since 2014.
Here's Oladipo. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
The Hornets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
That one misses for Zeller. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players. Oh, what a finish!
Good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Shoot from the right block. Out to Hayward. Here's Graham. The Hornets rebound. Zeller passes to Hayward. Shoots over Carroll, and it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Zeller.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Wall. He has 6. Takes a 3. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint, here's Washington. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Love the unselfishness of Monk there. I mean, love seeing him find the open man.
Wall finds Oladipo. That one wide left. Hornets trail by 10. Hayward looking over the floor. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Hayward's got his 2nd bucket.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
It's Wall with the drive. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
High post Zeller. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Wood's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Wall. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And now a 12-point Rocket lead.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Knocks it loose. And Wall slams it home.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Hayward outside. Dishes to Monk inside and stolen by Gordon. And Oladipo, here we go, and finished off by Oladipo.
Well, the explosive nature of Oladipo's drives to the rim are incredible. Hard for any defense to keep him from attacking the way he does.
Pass to Monk. Here's Graham. 6 on the shot clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Here's Zeller. Charlotte no good that time either.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Charlotte calls timeout. Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Charlotte making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. Daniel House is checked in for Houston. On defense, Houston. It's an 18-point game. Rozier against Wall. Back to Hayward. Over House. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got 6.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Rockets.
Here's Wall. A rebound by Washington. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Rozier against Gordon for 3. Hayward connects from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
A tough cover out there. You want to close out hard on Hayward, but you also have to respect his ability to take you off the bounce.
And yes, it's good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Gordon. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And Zeller kicks to Rozier. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And there's the pass to Zeller. He dishes it to Hayward. Eric Gordon with the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And you couldn't draw it up any better offensively. 8 buckets already in his first 10 attempts.
Pass to Monk to end the run. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biyombo checks in for Zeller. And it's Bridges in for Washington. Rockets leading by 20.
Yo, check ball.
Outside, Wall. And stolen by Biyombo. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bridges against Wall. Bridges misses.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Pass to Oladipo.
Get there, get there.
For the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stuff to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays, it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Trevor Ariza. Ben McLemore is out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Houston shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Free throw good for McLemore. All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Back to Bridges. Count it. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to Batum. Over McLemore. Batum, good. Batum's got his first points of the game.
And, you know, as much as he loves the three, Batum pretty reliable from mid-range, too.
Rivers kicks it to Tucker. Ariza trying to break loose. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. Biyombo up top. The pass to Batum. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Outside for Batum. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebound by House.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Rivers passes to Ariza. Back to Rivers. Pass to McLemore. Just 5 on the clock. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Oh, that's blocked.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
Ariza outside. Back to Rivers. kicks to Tucker. And some nice passing there by Houston. McLemore inside the line. That shot off the mark. And the Hornets now going the other way. Here's Bridges. And that one, good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Rozier against Rivers. Here's Tucker. Buries the long-range jumper. Tucker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Rozier kicks to Bridges. There's the dish to Batum. Pass to Rozier. Down low. Shot's good by Hernangomez.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
Putting up a goose egg bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Batum with the ball. And the pass to Rozier. It's rebounded by Houston. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And check out the numbers for Rivers. Some last season stats for him. Averaged 8 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
A nice shot by Tucker.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Bridges unable to get that one. Good D by Ariza. Here's McLemore, and Houston again with the bucket. And here is Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Heat in Miami. Lets a floater go. Rebounded by Tucker.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Bridges passes to Batum. Back to Bridges. 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Rozier. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Rozier's got his first points in this one. To the inside. A nice shot by Tucker.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Hernangomez. The Hornets have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. That free throw, no good. Mark, it seems the guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shots importance in the game.
Bridges kicks to Rozier, passes it to Graham. pulls it down.
A good board there, Evan, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Graham, the pass to Rozier. Dishes it to Hayward. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Houston's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. There's the lob to Oladipo. Wood with the bucket. Wood's got 7.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wall looking it over. To the middle, here's Wood. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And time again, Wall puts himself in a position to attack. Just a great job of creating offense for himself or his teammates.
Graham, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Poked away, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. Now Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
And it's Wall with the ball for Houston. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. Pass to Rozier. Graham with the ball. Six to shoot. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. Wood's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Free throw drops for House. Charlotte making some changes. Cody Zeller's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Washington subbed in for Miles Bridges. And he makes both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Pass to Rozier to stop the run. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Oladipo goes in. Count that one. Oladipo's got 19 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Hayward passes to Graham. Now here's Rozier. Jacks up a 3. And it's Rozier again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
The first one falls.
Hey, from role player to bona fide star, the jump Oladipo has taken has been outstanding. And he's not done yet, folks. He's continuing to grow.
Gordon's checked in for Houston. He hits both from the stripe. The Hornets shooting a pretty sorry 29% for the floor here. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 24.
Count that one, an average long-range shooter. Oladipo makes enough to where you've got to respect his shot.
Hayward against Gordon. Here is Hayward. He's got 9, just 5 to shoot. Rozier for 3. The shot, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Rockets on top, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Victor Oladipo putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 24 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Love the dog. And Oladipo, that's my guy. Everything has come together for him the last couple of years. He could take a game over on either end, and he's doing it more consistently now.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And there's Monk, and it's Hayward, and it's Graham in at the point. Well, the tremendous work ethic of Victor Oladipo helping him return from that knee injury.
And, you know, it hasn't been easy. Anytime you come back from that kind of injury, a lot of work goes into that. Not only physically is it a challenge, it's a challenge mentally, too. But his positive outlook, his attitude and work ethic serving him well in getting back.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it, and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Zeller inside, guarded by Tucker. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Graham with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Hayward dishes to Monk. He kicks to Graham. Oladipo with the block.
You know, when Oladipo is throwing shots away, it gets everybody going, and his coaches and teammates alike love it.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
There's the pass to Monk. And the Hornets miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build.
That was a strong dunk.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Gordon against Hayward. Pass to Zeller. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. And that'll be his third foul so far. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Zeller passes to Hayward.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
He can't get that one. Gordon kicks it to Tucker. Over Washington. Tucker can't get it to go.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Pass to Graham. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Hayward. Just 5 on the clock. Can they get it? And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And the first one drops. Hayward hits them both. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Now here's Wall. Defense right on him. Sweet little floater. Wall's got 23.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Graham. Guarded by Oladipo. Graham, the pass to Zeller. Here's Washington. Inside, Hayward, an easy 2 points on the layup. Hayward's got 13.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Wall draws the double to the paint. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 9 assists now tonight. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Baseline J on the way. And it's Graham missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Rockets making a change here. McLemore is checked in. Wall passes to Gordon. Back to Wall. From deep, McLemore doesn't get it to drop for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Monk with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. And it's Graham missing.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot. And the team is struggling because of it.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
And here's McLemore. 4 on the clock. Here's Wall. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Hayward dishes to Graham. Wall with a block. That's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Zeller. Good season for him last year. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Hayward is double. Pass to Monk. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it to Graham.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Wall passes to Tucker. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Hayward's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Out to the right wing. From deep, McLemore. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
14 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Graham kicks to Monk. From deep 3-point range, a new 14 for Charlotte.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
First one falls for the Rockets. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Christian Wood, and it's Rivers in for John Wall. So he gets them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And the basket by Gordon.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Well, Eric Gordon is the kind of player that you absolutely do not go under on a screen. He'll pull up from deep.
Yeah, he's got great range, and you watch the former Hoosier shoot, and you see how much he uses his legs. Gordon's liable to take a shot from any distance in the gym. I mean, he's got that kind of range, and his form is very efficient, and his confidence is sky high.
The Hornets have gone 9 of 13 from the line. That's good from Rozier. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Charlotte. And so he makes both from the line. Now Rivers. The pass to McLemore. Now the feed to Tucker. Basket, good. Tucker's got 20 points.
Yeah, that's another score for Tucker. He's made a major contribution tonight, producing above his norm.
Batum passes to Rozier. And he slams it one-handed.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
From deep, McLemore. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Washington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Batum dishes to Bridges. Rozier looking around. Passes it to Biyombo. 5 to shoot.
You look at a player like Bismack Biyombo, and I love his presence in the paint. A real rim protector, because he's not only got length, but he's also got jumping ability and some girth as well.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths, shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
The free throw drops for Biyombo.
Well, I like the tough-nosed nature of Bismack Biyombo. He's a dependable role player who works hard on defense.
Daniel House has checked in for Gordon. And Biyombo drops them both. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Ariza outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with Biyombo, the length of his arms, Clark, helps him with that great rim protection.
Yeah, you know, I agree. It's a blend of length and strength, guys. He can be a boulder on the block, a rugged physical presence there, and hard to move when he gets anchored in.
And that one misses.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
No luck that time either.
The well-seasoned Ariza continues to make a difference. I mean, this veteran is a reliable scorer and a quality defender.
Now, here's Rozier. 8 points for him. Clock at 6. Here's Biyombo. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Hey, Kevin, you know it's true. No substitute for hard work on the offensive boards, and that's what Biyombo's doing there. Always a threat to peel off those offensive oranges.
Back to Rivers. To the inside. Houston moving the ball around. Good.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Charlotte's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Washington passes to Rozier. Here's Biyombo. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Biyombo's got 6 points.
And Biyombo is used to taking a pounding now. I mean, he's a physical guy, so he expects physicality in return, especially when he's going up with his shot.
And here we can check out the story on Nicholas Batum. Last season's performance for him averaged about 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And the first one at the line is good. And McLemore drops them both. And the Hornets shooting terrible so far in the second half, down around 26%. Pass to Bridges, launches a 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Rivers passes to McLemore. 1:41 left in the third quarter of the game. The 15-footer, and Rivers gets it to go in on the assist from McLemore. McLemore's got assist number 5 here tonight. And for the Hornets, they're shooting just 28%. They're offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Yep, it counts. Rozier's got 6 here in this quarter.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Tucker. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Now here's Batum, guarded by McLemore. Biyombo with it. 6 points for him. He kicks it to Batum. Over McLemore. Was shot by Batum. No good. McLemore, the pass to Ariza. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside, Batum. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Those long strides allowing Batum to get right to the rim.
Up top, Rivers. Rozier defending. Rivers against Rozier. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 8 points.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Houston on top, delivering the blowout. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Trevor Ariza. Jamari Carroll is out there with Chandler. And it's Rivers. And it's Clemens in at the point.
Bouncing up with ease. Batum skilled at finishing with power at the rack.
Carroll. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward. And he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Rozier. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And here's Batum. Shot clock at 5. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. So Houston will take it the other way. Ariza goes in. The shot misses. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the versatile wing, Nick Batum, wants a do-it-all scorer, but Greg, he's started to take less of an active role in offenses lately.
And Batum has been asked to do less volume scoring, but it's helped his efficiency as a player. Now past 30 years of age, you could see his role on teams being similar to that of Andre Iguodala's as he ages in the league.
That free throw good from Batum.
I'll tell you what, time is moving on now. When you think about Nick Batum, has been in the league a decade now. Wow. Throughout his career, this guy's been consistent in terms of his versatility and production.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. And with Batum, Clark, that versatility is what makes him so great.
Well, you know, if you need him to score, he can. If you need him to create and rebound, he can do that too. He's just a very versatile player. It seems like every season Batum is able to plug in and play a different role and do it at a high level.
Down low. Chandler scanning the floor. Rivers in the corner. Clock at 4. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Batum. Goes back up, and the layup is up and in.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Houston's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Here's Clemens, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Clark, there are strong divisions, and there are weak divisions, and the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
And the first one drops. And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Now the pass to Hernan Gomez.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Clemens, Graham defending. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. There's Bacon, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
Passes to Rivers. A 3-ball. Here's Carroll. And rebounded by McDaniels. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And the dunk by Graham.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Here's Clemens. The Hornets pull it in. Here's Bacon. That's tipped. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Hernan Gomez passes to Bacon. Over Rivers. Off the left rim and out. Houston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Kicks it out to Ariza. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Hernan Gomez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Now Graham. Here's McDaniels. No good with the triple.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. That's serving it up on a platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Hornets. Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines, and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Clemens, Graham defending. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And Gomez has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Graham with the ball. Shot, high post, and no good that time. The Rockets go the other way with it.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
With some arc, Chandler controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Batum. Over Rivers. A second chance effort, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available, and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Martin's checked in for Charlotte. The Rockets also changing it up. Green comes in for DeMarre Carroll, and McLemore's subbed in for Austin Rivers. He's perfect from the line this time. And the Rockets with possession here. Now the dish to Green. To the middle, here's Ariza, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And, you know, the energy Ariza possesses, impressive, fabulous at converting despite getting bodied up.
Here's McDaniels, and they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
The NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year. Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
Charlotte's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Bacon to the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Dishes it to Green. Over to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Clemens. Hornets with the rebound. Here's Bacon. Outside for Martin. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Ariza outside. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Now, here's Green. trying to get something going. And Bacon pulls it down. Bacon's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2-1 now. Got to be happy about that.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for John Wall.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
The free throw drops for Batum. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Clemens defended by Batum. Here's Clemens. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And the dunk by Batum.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Great D that time from Batum.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Takes a lot to throw Batum off his game. When he's near the basket, he's looking to score.
So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Victor. You've been really playing well on offense of late. What's going right for you at that end of the floor?
Patience, man, experience, belief, faith, all the above, man. Just coming out here working on my game. I'm just going to continue to keep growing, continue to keep staying close to my teammates, continue to keep working hard, and continue to keep getting better.
That is a crowded locker room.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.